things seem to be a little quieter now than they were just a few minutes ago, which again is a good thing, as we've been monitoring things in this Channel 3 special report. When we first came to you here, I guess about half an hour ago, it was very confusing, very chaotic. A lot of activity, a lot of movement, a lot of things going on. As we said, let's check in with Ben Bobick. We were looking for him just a few minutes ago to give Mary Frances a chance to find out what the protesters are talking to the police about. That will be an interesting conversation. Ben, while we give her time to work her way into that, what are you seeing right now?
Hey guys, we're back here on the corner of Tremont and Frazier on the North Shore down by Coolidge Park, and we are right at the intersection here where the police have cleared out as best as they can and has gotten protesters and the constituents on the sidewalk. We even have Chattanooga Police Chief Roddy down here patrolling the area as well as, and we have cars lined up all the way to the Veterans Bridge as they're trying to peacefully disperse and let these protesters who are still at the moment peacefully protesting, to get them out of the intersection, get them on the sidewalk to ensure that they're safe. Chief Roddy's down here. He's talking to people. Everyone is sort of coming up to him, asking him questions, and he's doing his best to convey his message and give his peace of mind to some of these people who are clearly are angry, and they came down here for a purpose, but they're also at the same time, these people are trying to, not the people, but the police department and all the law enforcement out here are just trying to keep everybody safe. And at the moment, everyone again is on the sidewalk out of the intersection. There's a heavy police presence on the intersection of Tremont and Frazier down here on the North Shore, and down below as well, that where we were earlier has sort of been dispersed sort of back towards Coolidge Park. And now we're giving you a look down north of the Veterans Bridge, and we see all the police vehicles that are lined up all the way down to the Veterans Bridge down here, sort of blocking the intersection just to make sure people know not to avoid the area, to stay home, and to if you're not down here, please stay home and stay safe. Again, Chief Roddy down here, he's talking to a few people and a few protesters down here that again are still peacefully protesting, and we'll see. We'll be down here again on air and on and off the air, keeping you informed. We're going to stay right here in case anything else happens. We'll be checking back with you in the next half an hour. Ben Bobick live on the North Shore tonight, Calvin.
Thank you, Ben. I did notice Chief Roddy down there. Hopefully we can get an interview with him while he's close by there. He was engaged in conversation with a protester, and it was peaceful, nothing out of the ordinary. We do need to know from the police, exactly what their game plan is. Is this going to go on all night long? They're just going to let people hang around until they get tired? What exactly is going to happen here? So far, it is a peaceful protest. Let's check in with Caroline Corrigan. She's Eyewitness News reporter who's down there, who's also in another area. Caroline, what are you seeing where you are?
Do me an escort.
Hey, good evening, Calvin. We are on, we just arrived at the protest about 5 minutes ago, but to give you an idea, we are on Market South. All the way to Frazier is closed off, and we've been speaking with Chattanooga Police for a couple of minutes to give you an idea of kind of what their game plan is. They originally wanted us to hold back, but now they're telling us we can move a little bit closer. And as you've been saying throughout the night, we've seen peaceful protests really since noon today. We saw one start at Walnut Bridge. We saw a silent protest at Miller Park. And then we saw another one start at Walnut Street Bridge, again around 6 o'clock. This is where I'm told I can stand by Chattanooga Police at a safe distance. But as you can see, it's still a very active scene. There's still a lot of people around Frazier Avenue. So as far as we can see, tensions seem to have decreased a little bit from what we saw about an hour ago. We're hoping it stays that way. I'm trying to get an idea from Chattanooga Police regarding a game plan, what their plan is to keep this a peaceful and safe protest, but we're going to continue to follow this as long as it lasts. For now, live in Chattanooga, Caroline Corrigan, Channel 3, Eyewitness News. Okay, thank you, Caroline. As we approach the 11 o'clock hour, it is 11:01 in downtown Chattanooga. That's 10:01 Central Time for our folks in Marion County and Sequatchie County and up on the mountain.
We have Mary Frances. Mary Frances Hoots. Let's go back to her now. She does have an interview for us. Mary Frances, take it away.
Yes, I'm standing by with someone from the Chattanooga Police Department. Can you tell me your name?
Assistant Chief Glenn Scruggs.
So you were involved in the interaction whenever protesters were talking back and forth with you guys, and it appeared to be friendly. Can you tell me some of the things that you guys were talking about?
It was pretty friendly. You had a lot of young people who were concerned about the incidents that are happening across the country. We were just explaining to them that, yes, you do have a right to protest. We just wanted to make sure everybody was safe.
So from your perspective, as the night's gone on, would you say it's gotten a little friendlier and a little less aggressive?
It's had its peaks and valleys. We've had some contentious moments, but for the most part, everybody's behaved pretty well.
And whenever the firework went off, what was y'all's protocol? What were you guys' initial reaction as a police force?
We wanted to make sure everyone was safe. I mean, we heard the fireworks. We knew it wasn't a firearm because they sound differently. We just wanted to make sure everyone was safe and everybody was calm.
Yeah, so if it turns violent and there's any gunshots or anything that's super harmful, what is y'all's plan?
We'll deal with those things as they arise. Hopefully nothing like that occurs. We're just going to treat everybody respectfully, and everybody's pretty much been treating us respectfully as well.
And so I see the protest has been moving down this way, and I was told by some officers you guys were trying to get them down there. Is this a good spot for you guys? Where do you want them?
We were just trying to clear the roadway. There's traffic back and forth. We didn't want anyone to get hit by a car. And so the safest place for the protesters to be at this time, since it's pretty much over with, was just on the grass. And that's where they moved to.
Yeah. So how does this compare to some of the other cities that you're hearing about?
We've seen the things on the news happen. Tragedy across the country, things getting burned down, folks getting hurt, people getting arrested. We wanted none of that to happen here in Chattanooga, and for the most part, we were successful with that.
And so I still see the road up there at Tremont and Frazier is blocked off. Do you guys think that will be blocked off all night? How much longer do you think you guys are going to shut that down?
We're clearing it as we go. It's pretty much like herding cats. You're trying to move kids around, and so we're going to clear that just like we cleared this.
And will you guys be patrolling this area all night, even as protesters leave?
Yeah, we have cops all over the city working. We were down here because there were a lot of kids here, so we're going to make sure that that everyone's safe, that the property owners are safe. So we're going to be here, yes.
Great. Well, thank you. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So as you guys can see, the protest has moved. Sam, the protest has moved down this way. So they've been marching down that way. It really appears to be calm right now, as you have seen all night. Still a heavy police presence. State troopers are up by Tremont and Frazier. But we're going to go follow the protesters and see what's going on over there. So check back in with me later, and I will have more updates for you guys.
Okay, thank you, Mary Frances.